Sneaker-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious sneaker felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Sneaker Unit. These are their stories. What's good, folks? Once again, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself. It's me, Shalako, back with another dope video on what? Some dope kicks. So without further ado, you already know how we do. Badoosh. Before we start, you already know. Follow me on Instagram, SHA Fitness _ tattoo art. And of course, if you need art work or if you need some tattoos or whatever the case may be, Instagram is where to find me. All right. As you can see, we have a Nike SB box. But, like I said, if you're new to the channel and you don't know how we do, I'm about to show you how we do. It's the genie in the box, the genie in the box, the what? The genie in the box. So like I said, as we can see, it's a Nike SB box, right? A Nike SB box. It's been a long time since I got one of these. I would say the last time I actually hit on a raffle to purchase a pair of Nike SBs, Dunks, was probably 2017. So that's how long it's been since I've actually won the opportunity to purchase a pair via raffle for these. And I actually got these at my local skate shop. It was a Geometric here in the DFW area. So also love supporting the local skate shops. So support your local skate shops. You know what I'm saying? So we got that there. Bang. Right? So as you already know, whenever I show you these videos, I like to always show you everything so nobody sell you fakes. So you see the front, you see the top, you see the other side, you see the bottom, and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the light blue box era, man. That's how long it's been. So let's open this bad boy up. Badoosh. 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 So it came with a sticker, a Nike SB sticker. Looks like, yeah, probably like kind of like the back in the day when the Jordan boxes used to have those Jordan Jumpman symbol stickers. Similar. This is a Nike SB one. It's kind of clear on the edges. I don't know if you can see that. Clear on the edges. And white Nike SB branding and all that. So of course you could probably put that on your car window or whatever like that. That's dope. Nice touch. And of course the regular paper, wood grain looking paper on the inside. We got, let me announce the kicks. These are the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Quick Strike. Either call them Tourmaline, or you can call them the Rodeos, or you can even call them the BHMs, which is the Black History Months. But they wanted to separate, I guess, from using that anymore, so they pushed the release date back. These were supposed to have released back in February. They pushed it all the way back to May, beginning of May now. So this is where we at with it. But yeah, so there's that. I'll put that box right there. And this is the handkerchief that came with it. These are the Nike Tourmaline. Tourmaline. Look at that. Handkerchief. You know what I'm saying? Or as we call a bandana. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Stick them up. Stick them up. So, of course, like I told you, these supposed to be representing Black Cowboys and rodeo life, ranch life, rancheros for my Espanol speakers. You know what I'm saying? We got that going on. So of course you see the cowboy on there on the horse with the ranch and all that, longhorns and all that. So of course, I'm in Texas, so this is like a big deal right here with the Texans and the PBR and all that shit. Oops, we got all the pro bull riders, because that's what's going on right now currently. And I don't know if you follow it. If you do follow that, Dana White actually has a bull in the actual PBR championships and all that. I actually checked that out on the news the other day. I was like, oh wow, he's into the PBR. But rodeo and all that's a big thing here in Texas. So I guess that's another dope, like if you want to say memorabilia to have since living here. You know what I'm saying? So at the bottom of this, it says 100% fast. What's going to happen is going to happen. Nike SB. And that's on the handkerchief, right? So big handkerchief. That's exactly what it is. It's not even the same, bro, like the texture I would say of a regular handkerchief. But like I said, it's a handkerchief. You know what I'm saying? And, those that know how to tie a handkerchief, you know what I'm saying? You know how we put these on the hood or whatever the case may be. Back in the days, you know what I mean? Cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians or whatever. Or Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, for the politically correct types. But, for the old school Western show, that's what they called it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, in 2025, we don't use that terms. Indigenous people, you know what I'm saying? Native Americans, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's the little mask right there, you know what I mean? Get your little... But if we in the hood now, you know how we tie this thing up right here. You know what I'm saying? You get on your Joel Santana situation. You know what I'm saying? Dipset. You know what I'm saying? But those that know how this go down with the bandanas or whatever. But we'll call it handkerchief. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put this right here before we get into the sneak. I want to just show y'all some of the details of storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Put that right there. And of course, like you said, I said I wear my SB shirt for the video so people will see what's popping over here. We wear SBs. This is my first hit on an SB since 2017. So it's been a long time. Almost 8 years, man. And some of the raffles that I didn't even go for over the years because I wasn't even really messing with too many of anything. So it's all good when it comes to that. So it was always good to, a pair that you really wanted to cop, you actually got a chance to cop. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got it from our local skate shop. So it did come with an extra pair of laces, you know what I'm saying? Mint or the Tourmaline, you know what I'm saying? Color, which is actually a crystal. And Tourmaline is a crystal, so that's a color. That they named it, so it's dubbed that. But on the box, they called the color, like I said, Tourmaline, Baroque brown. So that's the brown part there. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. That's the only other color they mentioned on here. But obviously, you got orange and yellow and everything else. But it's got a lot of materials, a lot of details. These are actually a quick strike. So I guess if you want to say it's limited, you know what I'm saying? I hit on my pair on my side, which is good. And like I said, when you get it from the skate shop, their release date is different from Sneakers app anyway. So like I said, mint green. So let me show you everything now real quick. So right there, we got the toes. There go the toes, right? Look at the heels. There go the heels. And of course, you already know how I do. The medial and lateral sides. Medial, lateral side. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then we got the tops of the shoes. Tops. And then we got the bottoms. A lot of details in this, man. A lot of details. So we're going to go over the details. Because, I like details. I like the storytelling. So let's get ahead and just jump into it. So let's start from the top. So this whole outside here is the mint green. And of course, we got that nice brush suede, which I love that. That's that quality right there. Oh yeah, these are $135 retail. And of course, with tax or whatever, it come up to a little bit more, but $135 retail. Mint green. These are so nice, man. Brush suede, it brushes. When you brush it and change color, you already know it's quality. So of course, we also have the piping is a brown beige piping leather right around the edges of all the edges right here, all the way around to the back, right? Then we got the satin finish on the inside, back side of the tongue, inside of the sneaker, the heel collar, and that satin goes all the way down inside of the shoe as well. It goes all the way in the inside as well. And that satin is nice. And of course, we got the classic puffy SB tongue, puffy tongue, right? And it says Dunk Low Pro on the tongue, stitched in, and Nike SB is also stitched in as well. Nice red right there on top of the beige brownish color right there. And of course, we got on the back of the tongue, there's a 5-pointed star, northern star, right? On the back there. It also has, so they, like I said, we said it was supposed to be BHM, right? So this stitching on the back of the tongue is red, black, and green. You know what I'm saying? Pan-African flag colors right there. See what I'm saying? And it has a little blurb back there. It says, crafted for the modern cowboy. Yep. And it says something else, but that thing is written so daggone small. You can barely see that thing, man. And of course, you got the size tag on there. You know what I mean? And of course, the laces, like I told you, come with 2 sets of laces. The 2 sets of laces, you got the tourmaline or the mint green, and then you got these cream off-white laces, which are symbolic to what? A rope in the rodeo. Or when you're cattling, you're herding some cattle or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I'm not a Texan. I'm a city slicker. So for me, I ain't going to be having no 5-gallon hat, 10-gallon hat on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to have one of them joints on. I don't even own one of them joints. I wouldn't even want to wear one of them joints. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you got. You want to do the whole cowboy situation. The tongue is corduroy on the outside. So you got the corduroy situation going on right there. This is also, this brown suede or brown leather is also symbolic to a saddle, right? So saddle on the horse, you know what I'm saying? When you're riding a horse, right? And then you also have on the back side of the heel, you have the same thing, that leather, and it's stitched in the back there, Nike in script, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? And this leather is like, I would say pebbled leather. Yep, pebbled leather. Nice crafted. And of course, it's still got that Baroque brown back there, which is once again nice suede. You brush your finger across it and it moves. Same Baroque brown on the swoosh. The swoosh is just regular leather. So probably kind of like similar to like a cowhide or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The details on these is crazy, man. The piping, like I said, nice same leather. And on the back side, you got that 5-pointed North Star again. And then you also have the stitching, just like on cowboy boots, right there. You know what I'm saying? Some of that cowboy boot stitching going along the medial side, right? That's the medial side. And then, of course, on the lateral side as well. Stitching is nice. But that's one of the things that I liked when I first see it. That craftsmanship is dope. I like that. I like those details. And me being an artist, I could appreciate them having that on there. It kind of looks like a tribal design for a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And I can also see why the increase in price from the normal 110 to 135, because all these details, to me, are worth it. You know, you got all these different texture or materials. You got the satin on the inside. You got the leather on the heel tab and on the tongue. You got the leather piping going across the outside there. That satin on the inside goes all the way through the whole inside of the sneaker. You also have the corduroy on the tongue. And of course, we got the puffy tongue, makes its return, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not really a fan of those skinny tongue SBs. I like the puffy tongue because that's that extra pattern, right? That's what's dope about it. That's what Nike Dunks are for with the skinny tongue, because those were supposedly made, you know, basketball days or whatever back in the day. So these for skating, so puffy tongue. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it always has the elastic on the inside, you know, to hold the tongue down in the shoe. You got that. Personally, I'm not too crazy about these rope laces as the lace for these. So I'm probably going to do a lace swap to the old school regular oval SB laces for these. And I'll probably go with a color that matches what's going on here. I ain't going to say it. I'm just going to show it to y'all when I do it. So I don't want nobody biting my style. You know what I'm saying? On the bottom, you got that see-through gum bottom, translucent, if you will, red, cherry red bottom. That looks so dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the midsole is the same mint green again, or Tourmaline. Tourmaline. That's dope as well. And this, like I said, this nappy suede, brushed suede all through the sneaker is dope too, man. The details on this are just crazy. I love it. I love how they went in on these. They actually, I tell you, man, Nike, when they want to do their thing, they do their thing on some kicks, man. They be fronting sometimes and be trying to sell you some whatever. But these right here, when I first seen them, I was like, yeah, I want those. And I figured out how to get a pair from a local skate shop, figured out where the local skate shop was, all that. You know what I'm saying? I thought DFW didn't have no local skate shop that sold Nike SB, like they had an SB account. And when I found out, yeah, I'm on it. But yeah, man, because it's always good to cop kicks for retail, man. You don't be paying on them resale, ignorant prices and stuff people be doing online and all that. But let me show you. There's more details, guys. And take this paper out. There's more details, guys. This is not it. These sneakers are very, very involved. The storytelling of these, like I said, black rodeo cowboys, black cowboys. Show y'all these insoles right quick, right fast. Oh, these insoles is PRM, premium, baby. These is premium. These are premium, PRM. These are a quick strike. See, you got the extra padding right there on the bottom, right? Boom. Impact protection, right? Boom. Same thing on that bottom, right? But look at the front. Bam! Yo, that's so dope. That is so dope. I'll tell you, they turned all the details up on this big time. And of course, this matches the handkerchief. The same print that's on the handkerchief is on the insoles of the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And that extra padding in the forefoot and in the heel. Impact protection. So when you skateboarding, you know what I'm saying? Nice and thick too. This thing is thick. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they left no stone unturned. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they left no saddles unblazed. Blazing saddles. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a fan of like Western movies, man, Tombstone is one of the greatest. Tombstone, man. You gotta go watch that joint if you've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Wyatt Earp. You know what I'm saying? All them type of things. But yeah, man, these are dope. These are super dope. I ain't trying to keep the video too long. But like I said, I just wanted to show y'all these real quick. Let y'all see what the new cop is. Remember, support the video, support the channel. Subscribe, like, comment, share it. You know what I'm saying? Direct people towards it. You got any questions, concerns, comments, drop them in the comment section. Share, like, and all that good stuff. Remember, if you need artwork, you can find me on Instagram, SHA_fitness_tattoo art. And if you need to play some games on PlayStation Network, it's CMDDOS. That's my name, a gamer tag. And of course, the same thing on Twitter if you want to follow me on there. But like I said, most of the interactions happen on Instagram. So you need artwork, you need tattoos, whatever the case may be. Hit me up on there. That's pretty much it, y'all. I just want to show y'all these dope kicks. We out of here. Peace.